There's a lot of skepticism when it comes to long-term recovery. But here's the real truth. I'm gonna start off with this. You had one T.D. Jakes, world-renowned pastor, preacher, whatever appellation you want to give him, who had a church that regularly had 25,000 members that attended every Sunday. But somehow, some way, his lifestyle began to be one where he hung out with the stars. And eventually, it was manifested that he was hanging out with P. Diddy and was at P. Diddy parties and what have you. And after that was manifested, he that Sunday, out of 25,000 members, he only had 900 to show up for his service. Where am I going with this? Where I'm going with it is this. Recovery is a lifestyle. And knowing that it's a lifestyle, I know the type of people that I can be with and I cannot be with. I know the type of places that I can go and I cannot go. And some of you may say, is it that serious? For me, it's that serious because it's a matter of life or death for me. And I choose to live and not die. So knowing that the truth of my maintaining long-term recovery is my lifestyle, it's simple. Recovery is a lifestyle. From the moment I wake up to the morning I lay my head down and go to sleep, recovery has to be impacted in my life in a lot of different ways. From the people that I'm around, from the places that I frequent, from my thought process, for the mere things simple as where I hang out at and where there's nothing to do and I may just want to go somewhere and just hang out. It has to be recovery related in some type of way. It can't be no drugs. It can't be any alcohol. It can't be a bunch of fitna and a bunch of foolishness going on that can ultimately cause doubts in my mind. Because the disease that I have is cunning, is sneaky, and it'll creep up on you. And next thing you know, oh, what have I just done? Nah, not I. And knowing that recovery is a lifestyle, I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, I love it. I love it. Because at my age, all those things that I just mentioned, been there, done that. It doesn't excite me anymore. I'm just waiting for the moment when I get my queen and me and her just ride off into the sunset, clean and sober. But seriously, and a lifestyle is what one has chosen to represent what they do continuously in their lives. From a social aspect to a religious aspect to activities as simple as sports. But however it goes for me, it has to be relative to my staying clean and sober. And if it's a lifestyle that doesn't represent that, I have to remove myself from the equation. Now, going back to T.D. Jakes, it's no way his lifestyle should have been with him hanging out with the type of people he was hanging out and going to the places he was going to those parties. Watch this. Because if he wouldn't have, he would have never put himself in a position for the devil and his disease, which is freaking, would have been able to attack him the way it did. And he fell from grace. Because he put himself in a position and he forgot what his lifestyle was. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to forget what my lifestyle is. And one thing that's very important to me is that my lifestyle has to be impacted around recovery, staying clean and sober, and being vigilant with my sobriety. With that, I want to tell you all, I feel truly elated to have been awakened this morning, allow my feet to touch the ground, give me a chance to fight this thing called life. For those of us in the struggle, today is Monday. Let's start off on a positive note. Be mindful of our cues, our traps, and our triggers, but most importantly, please be mindful of the company that you keep. With that, I pass. Peace. I'll holler at y'all later.